Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. This graduation ceremony is unlike any other and is one that will never be forgotten. Your families, friends, and all of us at Pinellas County Schools are overflowing with pride as you reach this tremendous milestone. Every generation and every graduating class faces its own unique challenges, and your class is certainly no exception. And although I know the end of your senior year did not go as expected and many of the traditions of being a senior were altered, I encourage you to acknowledge those losses and then thoughtfully shift your focus to what you have gained as a person and as a class. Because I promise you, no one will ever forget the class of 2020. You learned to quickly adapt to unexpected change and to work, learn, and connect remotely. You gained time management skills and learned how to motivate yourself. And you proved to the world that you are resilient. You have the persistence, initiative, determination, and grit to face life's challenges. And yes, there will be many challenges and joys on the road ahead. Because if there's one thing I can guarantee you, it's that the world is constantly changing. And the only thing you can control is how you adapt and respond to that change. You also learn the importance of giving back to your community. In addition to the thousands of community service hours you completed prior to March, the Pinellas County Schools graduating class demonstrated compassion and generous hearts by making masks and face shields, preparing and providing food, and virtually visiting people in need. I know you will make this world a kinder and better place for future generations to come. And as a class, you've been galvanized together forever by this shared experience that only you and your peers truly understand. Individually and collectively, you are stronger for having experienced this moment in history together. And as your superintendent, know that I am incredibly proud of you. Members of the class of 2020, while this pandemic may have taken away or changed some of your senior year traditions, it could never take away the laughter, the friendship, the memories you've made with your classmates, teachers, and school staff over the past 13 years. You will go on to achieve many, many wonderful things over the course of your lifetime, and this exceptional year will become only one part of your success story. And one day, I hope you look back and realize that this experience has made you a stronger, better person. And finally, always remember that you have excellence inside of you. And some of you may have already found it, and some of you may still be on your journey to identify what that will be. But reaching this milestone is evidence of and a step towards that excellence. So don't ever give up. Discover your gifts and then share them with the world. We're counting on you. The incredible class of 2020. Congratulations and good luck.
Hello, I'm Carol Cook, chairperson for the Pinellas County School Board. It is an honor to have this opportunity to congratulate the class of 2020 on behalf of the entire school board. Although we may not be able to celebrate this milestone in person, nothing can diminish the tremendous pride we have for you. You have worked hard over the past 13 years to get here and have faced unique challenges over the past few months. I am incredibly impressed with you and how you have made the best of a difficult situation. I've heard so many stories about how you've reached out to each other, how you have helped others in the community, and how you have shared your talents. Your strength, creativity, innovation, and heart are an inspiration to me and the entire school district. I must also share my appreciation with all of the parents and family members who have guided our students and supported the school district as we navigated uncharted territory and transitioned to digital learning. Thank you for your flexibility and understanding. Graduates, despite missing out on a traditional senior year events and ceremonies, you are still the class of 2020. You are a class like no other. You have successfully overcome challenges with which no other class has dealt. Your 2020 diploma confirms that you have the knowledge, the skills, and the perseverance to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. We are living in a new world, but this crisis will end, and you will be stronger for it. I know that you will rise to the challenges ahead and do great things. Best of luck, class of 2020. Our district and our community are rooting for you.
Thank you, Dr. Grego and Ms. Cook. Seniors, family members, friends, and staff, it's a pleasure to welcome you to our commencement ceremonies for the class of 2020. It's also an honor to be here to serve you as principal of Dunedin High School. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the following individuals with us today that have helped our graduates through the year. Our assistant principals, Ms. Stephanie Davis, Dr. Andrea Flocken, Mr. Chris Settle, Mr. Matt Warner, and our counselors, Ms. Updegraff, Ms. Sermon, Mrs. Howell, and our senior counselor, Ms. Vossatag. I'd also like to acknowledge the faculty members that have been honored by the senior class to be their readers for today, Ms. Foley and Ms. Mitchell. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Kyle Johnson to say a few words for our graduating class. He has helped guide our seniors for their first 3.5 years as principal of Dunedin High School. Mr. Johnson?
Hello, class of 2020. Thank you, Principal Kiblinger, for allowing me to come back and address this class. This is a very special class, not because of all the things you have not been able to do because of the pandemic. I know you will not let this last quarter of your time in high school define you. Seniors, think about your entire 4 years at high school. The young freshmen from 4 years ago are now graduating. It is inevitable that this class will be linked to COVID-19. Yes, the baseball team and softball team missed out on chances to defend their titles. The band did not get a chance to go and represent the state of Florida at the National Memorial Day Parade, but that's not what's important. What is important is that you are moving on to the next stage of your life today. You will do amazing things. The experience you have had at Dunedin High School have provided you the foundation to take you anywhere you want to go. All of you possess a unique set of skills, talents, and passions. You will become extremely successful in the years to come. I firmly believe that. You will make a difference in society. I know each and every one of you will continue to develop your gifts and go on to great successes. One of the greatest lessons taught at Dunedin High School is that hard work and challenging yourself will help you accomplish things you didn't dream you could do. You are Falcon. Through perseverance, dedication, and persistence, you will achieve whatever you put your mind to. You're an amazing group of individuals, class of 2020. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. The graduating class of 2020 has 3 staff members leaving with them. Ms. Myers from our mathematics department. She's been a member of our Falcon family for the past 6 years. And before that, she's been with Pinellas County School for 32 years. Thank you, Ms. Myers, for your many years of service to Pinellas County. Ms. Capella has been with Dunedin High School for 21 years. She's provided confidence and pride to her students with their communications and our English department. These are the skills that our students are going to carry with them for a lifetime. Thank you for your compassion with our students, Ms. Capella. Our third staff member, Ms. White, came to us 31 years ago, and this was for our first full-service cosmetology program. Over 1,000 students have gone through her program to be prepped for their state certification testing. Thank you for sharing your excellent workplace skills with our students, Ms. White. Graduates, each of you will be receiving your high school diploma shortly. Be sure to thank your parents, your guardians, your friends, and Dunedin High School staff members. Many of you would not be sitting here without their help. Seniors, it's unique that your graduation year is 2020, because as they say, hindsight is 2020. I hope that you never have to think back to think, what would I have done differently? The past 4 months have challenged you. Each of you have felt pain and a loss of tradition and senior memories. But you've also had special experiences that no other graduating class has had. Many of our seniors have had to overcome tremendous challenges to get where they are today, graduating. A high school diploma is not just a right for those who attend high school. It must be earned. today is a testament that each of you can accomplish things that you've worked for in life. Contrary to hindsight is 2020, your class has overcome many hardships to surpass the levels that have been from previous classes. You've done some amazing things in being here today, graduating. The class of 2020, an in-person school year, has been shortened by 25%. This includes state testing, industry certification testing, and district, regional, and state competitions. And even with this, your graduation still is amazing with all these accomplishments. Today, we have 12 students that are going to be earning their associate's degree with SPC. We have over 185 students that have taken AP and/or dual enrollment classes, and many have earned over a full year of college classes. One senior has been earning their coveted AP Capstone Award, with 5 others still waiting for their test scores to come back. 53 seniors have also graduated with our fundamental program. And from our honor societies, we have 31 National Honor Society graduates. We have 4 graduates from the Spanish Honor Society, 7 graduates from the Tri-M Music Society, 7 graduates as International Thespians, 10 graduates from the Technical Honor Society, and 6 graduates from our Art Honor Society. And from our CTE programs, we have 8 seniors graduating from the Arc Academy with their AutoCAD certification, 2 with their Rivet certification, and 3 with their NCCER certifications. 14 cosmetology students have earned their Cosmo diploma and are ready for their state testing as soon as it opens back up for them. 3 seniors have passed their Safe Surf with their certification in foods, and 20 students in the Academy of Business and Technology have earned their industry certification in the Microsoft Bundle and/or Photoshop. For the fine arts and our service programs, 1 senior in our art program has had 15 gold and/or silver keys from regional and national competitions. They've had their artwork displayed in dozens of museums in the area, including the Dolly and the Dunedin Fine Arts Museum. The Falconeers earned a superior rating and 9 members qualifying for state. The chorus received a superior rating and had 15 qualifiers for state. This included 6 all-county and 1 all-state senior. Thespian Troupe 2177 got a 1 in their 1 act with their superior first in district, with 5 state qualifiers. Our band program was one of 3 in the area that had a county certification that was superior in both the marching band and the concert band. 3 seniors were selected for the all-county band, 8 seniors went to solo ensemble, and 8 earned superior in districts, while 3 earned superiors at state. The percussion ensemble went to state, and they won the competition with the highest award of the straight superior with distinction. Our Interact Club, along with the help from the dedicated ladies of Dunedin, raised over $1,000 to help with our foster care students that have aged out of the program. The NJROTC unit, led by senior officers, collected 150 units of blood for our One Blood program. They collect over 2,100 pounds of food for our Dunedin Cares Food Bank. And for the 4th year in a row, they won the Navy's Unit Achievement Award. And they're the first unit to ever have over 3,100 hours of community service, and this is with 1/4 of their year being with social distancing. The class of 2020 even soared with athletics. Our football team had their first winning season since 2012. They broke a 43-game losing streak while winning their first game at home in 5 years and winning their first homecoming game in 8 years. The dive team had another outstanding season with a district, regional, and state champion. The wrestling team had sent a wrestler to the state tournament for its 16th year in a row. Girls soccer won their first district championship in 24 years and advanced to the regional semifinals. The boys baseball team finished 5-2 and undefeated in the PCAC. They had 6 of their 6 seniors are now committed to play college baseball. The girls softball team finished 10-1 with a fifth place in the 4A state rankings. The flag football team finished undefeated during the regular season before it was sadly canceled. We had 6 graduating seniors earning athletic scholarships to play college sports. We had 8 graduating boys getting athletic scholarships to play college sports. The overall GPA for our 1920 boys sports teams was a 3.02. Overall GPA for our 1920 girls sports teams was a 3.35. And this leads us into the academic excellence by our senior class. 32 of our seniors have graduated with distinction, and that is with a weighted GPA of a 3.25 to a 3.5. We had 35 graduating cum laude, and that is with a weighted GPA of a 3.5 to a 3.8. We had 20 seniors graduating with a magna cum laude, and that is a 3.8 to a 4.0 GPA. And 39 seniors graduating with a summa cum laude, and that is with a weighted GPA greater than a 4.0. And even with the fourth quarter in social distancing, our seniors finished their year with over 7,500 hours in community service. Graduates, they say that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% to how you react to it. The class of 2020, you are a class all by yourself. No other graduating class can share the same obstacles and successes that you've had during these unprecedented times. In the years to come, I hope that you can share these successes and not the hindsight of what you could have done differently. It's obvious that you are amazing, that you've done all these things that you've completed. So class of 2020, remember, your tomorrow starts with your decisions today. And as Ralph Waldo Emerson stated, the only person you are destined to become is the person that you decide to be. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Dunedin High School, we're proud of each of you. You have truly earned this rite of passage. Class of 2020, you'll always have an unprecedented place in our memories and in our hearts. Thank you, class of 2020. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you 4 outstanding seniors who will be addressing the senior class. First will be our senior class president, Ms. Hannah Marsh.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Hannah Marsh, the senior class president for the class of 2020. Dear class of 2020, we began our journey back in 2007 when we walked into our elementary school doors and started our first day of kindergarten. I'm sure many of us thought about how our next 12 years would go, and eventually our dreams would become reality. We would have our first spelling test, our first friendship, and many more firsts. In 3rd grade, we took our first FCAT and started our long journey of standardized testing. We'd come to school in our pajamas and watch the Polar Express and dress up like adults on our way to Enterprise Village. Then was our first day of middle school. We now had 7 classes, got lockers, and created even more long-lasting friendships. Many of us would have our first school dance, first concerts, and first parties. We would spend most of our 8th grade year preparing for National History Day in Finance Park. Eventually, we started our first day of high school. It seemed like only a year ago I walked into Dunedin High, and although it went by quickly, it is filled with many great memories of teachers, friends, dances, and so much more. I'll be honest. I joined student government because my sister was senior class treasurer, and most of my freshman year I tried to mimic my sister and live up to the question, "Oh, you're Kylie's sister?" But then came my sophomore year. Sophomore year is like the vacation of high school. The fear of starting a new school is over, but you don't have to worry about taking the SAT or applying to colleges. Then was junior year. Stressful, but filled with our best memories. Most of us took our first SAT or ACT, thought about what colleges to apply to, and completed our toughest year of school yet. We had our first prom, and then a few short weeks later, we said goodbye to the previous class. It seemed like we had so many firsts, but then it was our year of last. Senior year, we had our last first day of school, our last homecoming week, our last football game, and many more. We applied to colleges and planned out our futures. Even though senior year was cut short and not how we expected, I'm so appreciative of the wonderful memories shaped by the class of 2020. We finally made it to the day many of us dreamed of. As we walked across the stage, we reflect on the memories that got us here. I'd like to thank my teachers who have helped me get to this place. As cliche as it may seem, many of us would not be here if it weren't for that one teacher who believed in us and helped us every step of the way. Thank you to the administration at Dunedin High, who worked many hours to make sure we felt safe and secure in our academic careers. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my family for always supporting me in my journey and allowing me to be myself every step of the way. Thank you to my grandparents, or as I know them, Nanny and Papa, and my sister, for every Wednesday night dinner we had talking about our day, having practice spelling tests, and being my biggest supporters. Lastly, thank you to the class of 2020. You brought out my ugly cries, my best laughs, and I wish you all the best in your future journeys and will always cherish our years together. I'd like to end with a quote from the TV show Friends. You are not alone. We don't know where we're going. We just got to figure out at some point it's all going to come together. And this is the one where we graduate. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Next will be our student government president, Ms. Hannah Marischel.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hannah Marischel, and I'm the student body president at Dunedin High School. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to welcome faculty, alumni, friends, family, and honored guests to this year's commencement of Dunedin High School. Without your sacrifices, love, and support, today would not be possible. I'd like to start off by congratulating my fellow classmates. To say that we did it and that we survived would be an understatement. Throughout all of the school years, the homework, and even a global pandemic, the class of 2020 accomplished the milestone of graduating high school. Just under 4 years ago, many of us walked through the double doors of Dunedin High School for the first time. We did not know what to expect or what our futures will hold, but I think I can speak for everyone on this one that after entering into the courtyard for the first time, that we were in the right place. Now that I stand before all of you at the end of our high school career, I would not change a single thing. Time is the most precious element of human existence, and I will forever be thankful for the time that I spent at Dunedin. Beyond the gray walls painted with black and red falcons, there is a family. A family filled with pride and passion that is unmatchable at any other school. A family that picks each other up when someone is feeling down and rises up together in times such as these. Graduation is a time that everybody looks forward to when they first enter high school. It is the day you walk across the stage and receive a diploma that closes one chapter of your life and opens another. Now that that day is here, I wish I could go back to the days where finishing my math homework was my biggest worry. I spent most of my time in room 902, Ms. Foley's class. From the last and first period creative writing to student government meetings at lunch, there was never a dull moment. Lunchtime was a time that we could all relax before going to our last period, 3 periods of the day. We laughed at Ms. Foley's corny jokes, and we even taught her some TikTok dances. We put in countless hours to plan homecoming and prom. We created friendships and bonds that not only brought us closer, but helped us grow as people. When we walked through Ms. Foley's door, all of the weight was lifted off of our shoulders. If we were having a bad day, there was always a seat by Ms. Foley's desk where you could sit and she would help you through whatever is bothering you. From boy drama to broken friendships and not getting an exemption form, Ms. Foley has heard it all. I was fortunate enough to be a part of so many different clubs in my 4 years. I would like to extend a special thank you to the girls' varsity soccer team. They have taught me that it's not all about winning. They taught me that no matter the score at the end of the game, that I have 18 best friends who support me. Last year, we held an undefeated regular season, scoring 77 goals and only conceding 14. This year, we won our school's first district championship in over 25 years. The soccer program is an example of the hard work and dedication that comes out of all of Dunedin High School athletics. Often, when people look back on their lives, they tell you that high school is where they experience some of their best memories. From doing the gigolo in red zone at football games and to dancing the night away at homecoming, I can't wait to look back on these memories and say that exact same thing. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for their endless support and always being my shoulder to lean on. I'd like to thank my older brother, who's no longer with us, for always being my guardian angel and guiding me every step of the way. I would like to thank my sister and her fiancé Curtis for always helping me with anything I needed, especially my math homework. And lastly, I would like to thank all of the teachers and staff that have helped me along the way, especially Mr. Podkomorski. Learning is not all about making good grades and keeping a high GPA. Although those things are important, it's about desire and discovering passion. It is so important to have teachers who want to make you a better student and who create connections with their students. And all of our staff and teachers perfectly exemplify those characteristics. To my fellow classmates and peers, although our high school journey did not end the way that we pictured, we will carry the memories of Dunedin High School and all the people that we met there with us forever. As we close one chapter and start another, never forget where you came from, but always look forward to where you're going. To hold with you where you come from is an important part of setting your path ahead. Although I'm excited for what's next for myself and all of my classmates, I cannot help but be saddened that we won't be able to experience all that Dunedin High School has to offer again. Saying goodbye to something that means so much is always difficult, but how lucky are we to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? I wish each and every graduate the best in their future endeavors. Life is a journey, and day by day we learn more, and this is the beginning of our new journey. I'd like to end with a quote from Dr. Seuss that is painted on the wall in Building 3. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steal yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. And now let's hear from Dunedin High School's salutatorian, Miss Daniela Lopez.
Thank you. My name is Daniela Lopez, and I'm Dunedin High School's Class of 2020 salutatorian. I'd like to thank my friends and family for all of their love and support that helped me get to where I am today, and my teachers and faculty here at Dunedin High School for assisting me throughout my years here. I'm honored to be the salutatorian of our senior class next to my best friend, Shay Porter. I'm happy taking second place if it means she's by my side, as I wouldn't rather have it any other way. I know it sounds cheesy, but I couldn't have done it without her. People say the 4 years we spend in high school will be the years that we remember for the rest of our lives. Coming into high school as a freshman, I'm sure we all believe that this couldn't be true. School just seemed normal, a rite of passage that every student goes through. I was only getting used to these new rooms and halls by the side of Shay, of course, as we have always been inseparable. But as time went by, each year seemed to be more special and more important than the last. Junior year began to be filled with SAT prep and AP exams, and we were supposed to be deciding where we wanted to go to college. For me, I didn't have a clue. It felt like I had all the time in the world to decide and an eternity to prepare for my future. I'm sure many of us felt the same our junior year, but the next thing I knew, my senior year was starting. It was filled with fun to start, as I was able to lead the Red Zone with Tristan Morton, and we could cheer on our football team to its newly found victories along the side of all of our classmates. We could also run for homecoming king and queen, which I'm very glad we did, as little did I know our senior prom would be canceled. We were awarded homecoming prince and princess, as I'm sure you all remember. I guess taking second place is my specialty. But as the first few months of the year went by, it was now time to begin college applications. I'm sure every senior listening to this speech agrees with me when I say, I have no clue how I survived these first few months of college applications, but they were worth it. Receiving my acceptance letters in the months to come made me feel more accomplished than I ever had before then, and I'm excited to call myself a future USF Bull. It was at this time that I began to realize it was getting close to the last time I would be seeing these faces in the halls of the school that I attended for the last 4 years of my life. Everyone I knew was receiving their acceptance letters to different colleges, and I knew it wouldn't be long before we all went our separate ways. It seems like it had been so long that I was going to school here, and although I'm excited for the next chapter of my life, I'm going to miss this one that we're all leaving behind, and I'm sad that the little time I had left with all of you is getting cut short. I guess this is it then. 4 years of memories leading up to this speech, to this moment, to this unusual graduation. An unusual graduation that will not only be remembered by us forever, but by everyone in our community. But this isn't it for us. As the class of 2020, we will rise beyond these unusual circumstances. We will overcome these times and prosper in our futures. As the class of 2020 will go down in history as the class that had so much taken away from them, but that gave so much back in return. This will not take away from the power and the potential that we all hold, and it will not keep us from becoming something great. Life is what we make of it, and we have so much to look forward to in our futures and so much time ahead of us. Not only were these 4 years the ones that we will remember forever, but they are the stepping stone of us starting our adult lives. These years and the past few months were just the beginning of a lifetime. We are the class of 2020, the class that will forever be remembered, and the class that I'm honored to be the salutatorian of. Thank you to everyone here listening for giving me the memories and relationships that I'll take with me for the rest of my life. Goodbye and good luck to you all.
Thank you, Daniela. And our last speech will be from Dunedin High School's valedictorian, Ms. Shay Porter.
Thank you. My name is Shay Porter, and I am the class of 2020 valedictorian of Dunedin High School. I would just like to start off by saying how honored I am to be giving this speech to all of you. We have come a long way and put in a lot of work throughout these 4 years, and it is now all paying off. I know these aren't ideal circumstances for anyone, but know that this moment should still be just as special for all of you. I am so proud of each and every one of you for making it through this journey. We all might not have started together, but we are ending it together. I hope that these last 4 years stick with all of you for a very long time, as some of the best years of your lives. Not only have we grown and matured into adults, but we have made lasting memories and friends for life. So congratulations, class of 2020, for all of your hard work and accomplishing everything, and finishing the first big chapter of your life. I'd like to read a quote by Kerry Washington. Your life is your story, and the journey ahead of you is the adventure to fulfill your own purpose and potential. Before we start this next big journey, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to a couple of people. I'd like to start off with the teachers and administrators of Dunedin High School for helping to guide us these past 4 years. You have aided in the self-discovery and education of our lives, which will never be forgotten. I would also like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister Peyton for always being there for me when I needed them, and continually pushing me to do my best. They have supported me right from the beginning, and have always had my back no matter what. They will always be my inspiration. I would also like to thank Miss Tina Johnson. Without her, I would not have been able to complete my dual enrollment courses. Please know that I will cherish our times together and that you hold a very special place in my heart. These last people that I'd like to thank are very special to me. I'd like to start with my best friend Daniela Lopez, who I'm sure you all know as my other half. I am honored to be up here with her as my salutatorian. She has been my rock for the past 4 years, and I can honestly say that I don't know what my life would have been like without her. I'd also like to thank her parents, Jason and Veronica, for always treating me like another daughter. They have done so much for me over the past 4 years. They have showed me so much love and kindness. I've had some of the best naps and greatest laughs at their house. I will be eternally grateful to them. So thank you to the Lopez family for everything. You'll always be a part of my life. These past 4 years have been different for each one of us. We have all taken our own paths and have grown as individuals. It feels like a lifetime ago, but starting off as freshmen was a struggle for all of us. It was like starting a new puzzle and not knowing how the pieces were going to fit. We had to learn how to navigate the halls, balance classes, and make new friends. It was the beginning. We were starting a 4-year adventure that would have many ups and downs. Then came sophomore year. We were finally getting the hang of things. We were making friends, learning how to fit in, and starting to take harder classes. The next few years were looking bright. Junior year was when reality set in. Even though we were finally upperclassmen, we didn't realize the new responsibilities we would have in life. Now that we were halfway done with high school, we had to start thinking about what we wanted to do afterwards, but I'm sure not everyone knew what their future would hold. We now had to start embracing our futures. But junior year had some of my favorite memories as well. We finally got to participate in upperclassmen activities, tailgates, honor societies, and of course prom. We were finally starting to see the last pieces of the puzzle going into place. Then it finally arrived, our senior year. We were on top and ready to say goodbye to high school. Little did we know that goodbye would be a lot sooner than we thought. We could now start getting ready for the next chapter of our lives. But we now had the added stress of applying to colleges and figuring out what our next moves would be. We were making our last high school memories with our friends and getting ready for our senior festivities. Second semester was when everything started speeding up. We couldn't wait for senior breakfast, senior prom, and especially graduation. The puzzle only had a few more missing pieces before it was finished. But then the unimaginable happened. The coronavirus came and stole away the rest of our senior year. No more seeing friends each day, and no more festivities. It felt like all those years of hard work building up to our big moment were just gone. Now I would like to read a quote by Michael Josephson. Take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. I just want to say that no one can ever take this moment away from us. We are the class of 2020. In fact, we are going to have one of the most memorable graduations in history. Sure, it isn't memorable in the way that most of us would have wanted it to be, but we did make it, and you should all be so proud of yourselves. After everything we have gone through, just to say we finally made it is so rewarding. No one here knows what their future holds, but I know that making it this far means that it will be bright, no matter what. I want everyone to know that their journey will never end, and that we all have endless abilities. I just hope that you all take the time to chase after your dreams and live your lives to the fullest. I wish nothing but the best for everyone, and I want you all to know that no matter where life takes us, we will forever be Falcons. I wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Shay. Seniors, this is the time that you and your families have been waiting for. Dr. Flocken, could you please come to the podium and certify the Dunedin High School class of 2020?
By the power vested in me by the Pinellas County School Board as the Assistant Principal for Curriculum, it is my honor to certify that the students before us today have met all of the graduation requirements of the Pinellas County School District and the state of Florida. I hereby recommend that the Dunedin High School class of 2020 now receive their diplomas.
Shay Porter, valedictorian. Daniela Lopez, co-salutatorian. Paul Noel, co-salutatorian. Grace Agostini. Serena Alba. Matthew Alexander. Abdulkudus Al-Abadi. Victor and Mesquita Hernandez. Ellie Anderson. Catherine Archambault. Jacob Armitage. Deshiana Arnold. Riley Atterbury. Brian Ulrich. Maritza Avila Noguez. Anthony Aviles. Xavier Ayala. Eve Backus. Colin Barnett. Jamie Barkovich. Riley Beard. Dylan Bertles. Brittany Bisagini. Armando Volteada Hombre. Noah Book. Jason Bookman. Brooke Bosley. Nico Boyle. Angel Bradley. Logan Bronner. Nicholas Britt. Sarah Brock. Olivia Brooks. Michael Brulette. Christopher Bunn. Logan Butler. Seth Buddis. Brandon Buzzle. Mariamni Calderin Pacheco. Miguel Camarillo. Xavier Capistani. Carson Carmody. Chloe Carroll. Isabella Castellano. Ian Castillo. Marco Castrejón. Jennifer Serrablanco Romero. Lucas Chaplin. Jenny Chen. Dylan Christie. Angelique Clark. Destiny Clark. Javon Clark. Jonte Cobb. Marilyn Coelho Ambrosio. Anastasia Kolbasani. Michael Kolbasani. Angel Colon. Carlos Colon. Susanna Colton. Angela Colucci. Haley Compress. Chloe Conyers. Janeria Crankfield. Pedro Cruz. Axel Cruz Gonzalez. Nathan Curtis. Christopher Davis. Darren Davis. Marcus Davis. Christian de la Torre Venegas. Cazel Liz de Leon. Armando de Felipis. Sean Darenthal. Jennifer Diaz. Alyssa Dipple. Cesar Donu Cruz. Nisael Donu Solis. Emily Dorgan. Mariela Doth Marcial. Iralexa Dothy Moreno. Madison Dunn. Raymond Dwelly. Elton Eby. Mia Elliott. Jamie Exum. Dominic Fasinelli. Jacorion Farley. Cameron Fath. Tara Ferrero. Rafael Finta. Aaron Fisher. Sean Fondrick. Gabriela Fonseca. Emily Ford. Paul Franco. Zachary Frank. Aiden Fulham. Leah Gaines. Miguel Galarza. Tegan Galiachatos. Alejandro Garces. Miguel Gervasio. Giancarlo Gusti. Mackenzie Goddard. Ariel Gracie. Skylar Graff. Margaret Grafton. Benjamin Grasso. Garyana Green. Tyson Griffin, Michael Gumto, Christopher Gustafson, Delaney Haggerty, Elizabeth Haley, Drew Hall, Jason Hall, Kelly Halstead, Melody Harris, Khalid Hasni, Davius Haywood, Jordan Hemmond, Abigail Hernandez, Christopher Hernandez Orellana, Oscar Hernandez Perez, Carmela Hernandez Contreras, Johan Hernandez Dothi, Jose Hernandez Ortiz, Jacob Hoffer, Benjamin Hogsholm, Lauren Howard, Nicholas Hauser, Justin Hupka, Anira Jackson, Sadeja Jackson, Psalms Jackson, Caitlin Jacob, Julian James, Adam Johnson, Haley Johnson, Valeria Johnson, Haley Jones, Jerika Jones, Riley Jones, Fernando Jordan, Alexa Keeler, Olivia Kelly, Elgin King, Damian Kokoshi, Kira Kremski, Joseph LeBoy, Dalton Lamar, Lori Lambertson, Dervonte Lawrence, Alpha Lacard, Gavin Lederhouse, Caden Lee, Zachary Leonard, Tristan Liggett, George Lenardos,
Ellie Link. Jared Liverance. James Lizzotti. Ulysses Lopez. Michael Lopez Cosme. Jennifer Lopez Jimenez. Dakota Lucas. Lara Lucios. Sebastian Lugo Molina. Erin Marie Luna. Sarah Mahoney. Sydney Main. Juaniel Mancebo. Bill Maniatakos. Alyssa Mankiewicz. Zane Maples. Hannah Mariscal. Hannah Marsh. Jadaikis Marshall. Donica Martin. Dylan Martin. Lisette Martinez Doce. Brian Martinez Negron. Gilberto Martinez Lopez. Carter Martorello. Kenneth Masoto. Firias Mateo. Nikeria Mathis. Ricky May Martinez. Kishandra Maynor. Hunter McRory. Evan McCandless. Jaden McCord. Carolyn McGonigal. Chloe McIntosh. Macy McMahon. Cameron McCrae. Jamie Medina. Sydney Meir. Sam Meje Hernandez. Daniela Mezquite Garcia. Juan Mezquite Huerta. Joy Miller. Tyler Miller. Carson Mistel. Luis Montes. Teresa Moran. Caden Morse. Tristan Morton, Hayden Muska, Mitchell Musler, Rizala Muwakil, Amanda Nachman, Kenneth Negron Munoz, Ryan Wynn, Michaela Nolan, Henley Nonte, Aiden Nugent, Christian O'Brien, Patrick O'Brien, Jacoby Oliver, Blake Almo, John O'Neill, Nathan Ortiz, Damian Osborne, Ezra Parker, Sierra Parks, Allison Payne, Sydney Payton, Yetzel Predraza Zapote, Maria Pena, Evelyn Perez Trejo, Beatriz Perez Garcia, Diego Perez Vaquero, Mayim Perino, Talea Perry, Seth Fair, James Phelps, Jacob Porter, Madison Poth, Jalea Powell, Chance Pulte, Alyssa Pumarejo, Lexus Pumarejo, Jenna Radell, Melanie Radovanik, Amy Reedy, Almedine Recanovia, Ismael Reynoso, Madison Rich, Stephanie Rigakos, Fabian Rivera, Angelique Rodriguez Cornier, Angelica Roldan, Eric Rowe, Simitri Samuel, Aubrey San Giovanni, Elizabeth Sarnago, Dylan Savastana, Riley Schneider. Grace Schweitzer. Jason Sabri. Lucia Segovia. Louis Shaw. Caroline Shelley. Timothy Signer. Michaela Silva. Jonathan Simone Francisco. Angelica Skipper. Jonathan Slavic. Philip Smith. Gabriel Sorcy. Abigail Sorakers. Dayton Southall. Iden Sawinski. Austin Taguiam. Verna Tawfiq Sammy. Madison Thomas. Miranda Thermopoulos. Esther Ruth Torres. Natasha Tortolero Perez. Zane Tracy. Jaden Trammell. Yoni Trejo Hombre. Amari Troop. Yelena Trujillo Alvarez. Marcelo Valdez. Eduardo Valdez Solis. Lauren Vega. Poetry Veguez Chang. Jean-Pierre Villanueva. Shelby Walker. James Watson. Allison Waters. Roman Weldon. Nathaniel Wellman. Jacob Whirler. Jacob Whiteley. Ashley Wilkerson. Benjamin Willie. Charmaine Williams. Kirsten Williams. Gage Wilson. Evan Winowski. Nathaniel Witherspoon. Fabian Whitman. Adam Wanch. Christopher Yamanis II Reynoso, Curtis Yancey, Jordan Taylor Yaruta, Alex Zadarozny, Michael Zamora Pena, Aiden Zadrak Sapero.
And now to finalize your graduation, class of 2020, please rise and prepare to move your tassel from the right side to the left side at the conclusion of this decree. By the authority vested to me by the state of Florida and the Pinellas County School Board, I now certify you as graduates and alumni of Dunedin High School. Parents, friends, and guests, I present to you the Dunedin High School class of 2020.